Blaised.
The following is rated TV MALSV. It contains strong language, violence, and nudity. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Crowd is roaring, ready to begin. Two superstars stand.
that I'm psychotic, but then you like it like that. It's like every time the conversation changes and I want you right back, right back. You say that I'm hypnotic and that I caught you like that. It's like every time I walk into the room, you know you want what I have, I have. Turn it on, turn it off. Can't tell if I love you right back. Moving in, moving on. Turn it on, turn it off. Can't tell if I love you right back, but you love me like that. Light bulb goes off in your head. You say I'm a little odd. I love to make a mess. Guess I'm a little unconventional. Oh, 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 oh. Guess I'm a little unconventional. Oh, 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 oh. Guess I'm a little unconventional. Call it what you wanted. 'Cause when I leave you like that, it's like every time I settle down, I turn around and want what I had, I had. I know that it's a gamble to put your heart in my hands, but if you give me just a little time, I'll show you something you never had, never had. Turn it on, turn it off. Can't tell if I love you right back. Moving in, moving on. Turn it on, turn it off. Can't tell if I love you right back, but you love me like that. Light bulb goes off in your head. You say I'm a little odd. I love to make a mess. Guess I'm a little unconventional. Oh, 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 oh. Guess I'm a little unconventional. Oh, 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 oh. Guess I'm a little unconventional. Light bulb goes off in your head. You say I'm a little odd. I love to make a mess. Guess I'm a little. Light bulb goes off in your head. You say I'm a little odd. I love to make a mess. Guess I'm a little unconventional.
Banana! What the girls want banana! Banana! All the girls want a big yellow banana. Between the thighs, rough thighs, you know they wanna cram it. But we can't just help it. We just got the feeling. If you don't pull it back, you might not even feel it. It's banana! What the girls want? Banana! Yo, what them girls want? A banana! Alright, that's enough. Banana! What the girls want? Banana! Banana! All the girls want a big yellow banana. Between the thighs, rough thighs, you know they wanna cram it. But we can't just help it. We just got the feeling. If you don't pull it back, you might not even feel it. It's banana! What the girls want? Banana! Yo, what them girls want? A banana! Alright, that's enough.
Yes, bitch. Ooh, this my song. I'm about to do it for the Yeti, bitch.
For
You
the
better
Yeti.
fuck that
Oh, God.
shit.
For the Yeti. Oh God, she gon' buzz it for the Yeti. Oh God, she gon' buzz it for the Yeti. Now do it for the, do it for the, do it, do it for the, do it for the, yeah, do it for the, do it for the, do it for the, do it for the Yeti. She about to buzz it for the Yeti. She about to buzz it for the Yeti. It's time. She about to buzz it for the Yeti. It's time. She about to buzz it for the Yeti. Do it for the, do it for the Yeti. Do it for the Yeti. Oh God, do it for the Yeti. Do it for the Yeti. Oh God, do it for the Yeti. Do it for the Yeti. Oh yeah, do it for the Yeti. Do it for the Yeti. Oh God, Yeti, 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 Yeti. She gon' buzz it for the Yeti. Yeti, 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 Yeti. She gon' do it for the Yeti. Yeti, 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 Yeti. Do it for the skinny girl. Do it for the, do it for the girl. Do it for the skinny girl. Do it for the, do it for the girl. Do it for the skinny girl. Do it for the, do it for the girl. Do it for the skinny girl. Do it for the skinny girl.
I see the motherfucking titties on the Yeti. Okay, nipple rings, I don't think they ready. Getting ready with a passion. No waiting, no relaxing, I'm asking. Baby, don't crab like Sebastian, I'm laughing. That ass in the class that she passing. That ass in my class that my ass never absent. Mackin', they say my dog fresh, make it happen. At a bed, lose the panties, subtraction. On the Yeti with Charlie and Beamer. She wanna ride the wiener, just look at her demeanor. Damn, who the fuck is that? She a teaser. Do she live in the city, nigga? I ain't never seen her. Yeah, I like it when they bust it wide open. For real. But I love it when I'm deep inside stroking. I'm scrolling, trying to find where the hoes at. You might see him on the Yeti, nigga, while I'm rolling.
Do it for the, do it for the, do it, do it for the, do it for the, yeah, do it for the, do it for the, do it for the, do it for the Yeti. She about to buzz it for the Yeti. She about to buzz it for the Yeti. It's time. She about to buzz it for the Yeti. It's time. She about to buzz it for the Yeti. Do it for the, do it for the Yeti. Do it for the Yeti. Oh God, do it for the Yeti. Do it for the Yeti. Oh God, do it for the Yeti. Do it for the Yeti. Oh yeah, do it for the Yeti. Do it for the Yeti. Oh God, Yeti, 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 Yeti. She gon' buzz it for the Yeti. Yeti, 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 Yeti. She gon' do it for the Yeti. Yeti, 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 Yeti. Do it for the skinny girl. Do it for the, do it for the girl. Do it for the skinny girl. Do it for the, do it for the girl. Do it for the skinny girl. Do it for the, do it for the girl. Do it for the skinny girl. Do it for the skinny girl. She about.
What is up, everybody? We are live for the Get Blaised talk show. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. How you doing? We got a couple things, order of business to take care of today. A lot of things to talk about, actually. All right, so we're going to recap what happened in the stable war. We'll also talk about what's going down recently and what's going to happen. So we're going to talk past, present, and future about leaning towards death. Come on, focus, Daniel's son. All right, so we are live here for the talk show. For those that are new, we do this every once in a while to prep one of our super cards. Today it just happens to be a Megacard, and that is tomorrow. All 10 titles will be on the line. So many people probably be watching this on the replay, and that's fine. I'm going to try to keep it within about an hour. We'll have a couple guests on later on for a reason. Now, I'm not opening up the guests to everybody, but there's a reason for that too. So stay tuned. Big breaking news coming up. So you're watching a replay. Make sure you stick around for all the information. We're going to go over a bunch of stuff. We're going to do our little conversation. And yes, one of our members of the Great Hall here in the chat, we already mentioned it. We have 4 new inductees into the Great Hall. We'll talk about the Great Hall. Next Saturday will be a Great Hall show, which always fun because we bring back some legends that have retired from the active roster. We have new people going on to the Great Hall as well. And we're going to talk a little bit about that. Let's get right into it. So big news. We're going to go backwards a little bit. We're going to go forwards a little bit. We do have a couple commercials to show as well. And there's a good reason for why I'm not bringing anybody on except for maybe people that are in the Great Hall might be here later on. We'll say and find out. So, all right. This is a summary of a whole bunch of stuff that has been going on. So we got the stable war, which, man, you guys love stable war. It was a blast, as always. Stable war 15. We started in 2017. We had one in December. 2 months after we started. And then we just had our most recent one, which we're talking about why we had this stable war. It was basically forced upon us. We had to have a stable war a little early because of another. All right, I'm just making sure my audio is good. You guys let me know. Make sure you guys can hear me well. I know the music gets us hyped. The music gets us going. So we play a couple theme songs in the beginning while people are coming into the chat, hanging out. So we will continue to talk about how we got here, go over the match card for tomorrow. Normally we were going to do this at 3:00 tomorrow, but it's going to be an hour to an hour and a half, 2-hour show. Plus, it's going to be at least 3 hours for this show tomorrow. And I don't know if I can do 5 hours in a row. I like to give you guys concise shows, tell you, and we're going to talk about, we talk about thank you odds. And thank you, Gav. We talk about conversation with the CAW, Creator Wrestler. We're going to talk a little bit about that as well. We did have a digital wrestling conversation in July. So we're about a month and a half away. We talked about a couple things that, anybody runs their federation. They do it their own way. We have you saw in the LTD commercial, over 30 different federations that have active wrestlers that are in LTD. And I'm blessed to have that many people associated with the company. So I try to promote as many of them as we can through Skype, Facebook, Twitter, now Discord. And we're going to talk about the Discord server later on. We have almost the entire roster in there, which is great. It's limited, so I have it. Only members are allowed in there. I've organized it. We're going to use it for a few things. And I'm making sure it's secure. Some people have concerns about Discord. I'm going to try to keep it under wraps and keep it simple, stupid. KISS is that saying. Thank you. Sean Monstar reminded me of that yesterday. I've had some conversations with people outside of this to help. So I do have a committee, if you will, that is helping me with stuff. So I have advice for people running federations, but as I stated, and I'll repeat this a million times, everybody does it differently. I love it. No matter how you run your federation, whether it's commentary or no commentary or game commentary, recorded or live, E-Fed or Sim-Fed, promo-based, AI versus AI, you play the game. It doesn't matter. There's so many ways, and it's crazy how far this has come. So we've gotten to a point, and there's another one. Kassie, Madam Red in the building. Hey, now. So here's a couple things we talked about the last show. Take whatever advice you want. I never claimed to be the best, the greatest, or any of that stuff. I think we have something really special here in LTD because the way I run this is I wanted only one character per person. And I know a lot of other companies do differently, and that's fine. I mean, the standard normally was you got your own characters, other people's characters. Some people mix real life characters in as well. I love it all. There's no wrong way to do it. And I celebrate them all. But I think you should get to know the people that are in your federation a little bit, whether you have them on social media or not. Group chats are great. And we've used Skype, Facebook, Twitter, even Instagram. And now the Discord is blown up. I realize a lot of people are gamers. So Discord was going to be big. And I opened one before it closed it in about 2 days because I was too much. And I wanted to be able to regulate it a lot better. And I'm still looking for tips and tricks out there for anybody as well. Some people have point systems, strict rules, stuff like that. It's all good. As long as you keep your people involved and try to entertain them. That's about it. We always say a couple rules here. You can trash talk, but no physical stuff. We try to have as close to a TV product as possible. So, I have things booked a week or two in advance. So if you're in the chat going off something different or in a group chat going off against who you're fighting and you're not talking about something else, it doesn't work. It doesn't work as well. So, you can always drop. I'll say this a million times too. All my DMs are open. Drop in, ask me a question, give me an idea. Most people's ideas that they've given me, I've used. The live chat is the main place for in-character work. And if you can't make the live chats, that's fine. When you watch the replay, you can leave comments. Comments help these streams. So drop a promo in the comment section afterwards. Let me know what you thought of the show, or little comments, 1-2 sentences, whatever. And a lot of you guys do that very well. I always use Redneck Avenger as a great example. He's been here for 7 years, 6 years. And he always leaves a comment if he watches or hits me up in a DM, and I love that. So that's all I ask. I don't ask for a lot. Let's see what else. Pay-per-views, PLEs, free per-view is a good one someone had. We call them super cards. I try to separate. I don't have an intercontinental title, a US title. Everything's custom. We have custom arenas, custom characters, custom music, as you heard. And like I say again, I keep backtracking because I don't want anybody to take my words out of context. Do your show however you want to do your show. I will support it. But I also like to reach out to different communities. We brought people from Twitter. We brought people from different communities from YouTube. And we've had turnover, but it's been for many reasons. Some people, they have jobs, families, they have stuff they have to do. And the community's been here for me when I was in bad shape. And I'll call out my friend Shifty as well. He was there when I was sick right before COVID. I'll never forget that 3-hour conversation we had because it really helped me turn the page and get me back in here. So we're very supportive outside of here as well. Odds has a good comment here. It's grown to know about watching his hobby since 2006. His hobby has grown a lot. Yeah. People that I'm not a gamer. A lot of people are gamers. That's why the Discord blew up. And we have over 70 people in the Discord already with a 90-person roster. I love it. And once again, I always got to backtrack. If you're not in the Discord, it doesn't matter. I still share it out to everywhere for you guys and gals. Streaming live events, pretty cool. Another one. Temple, one of the newer people coming around. He's been underground 2011 on Mixer, YouTube during the pandemic. It's not easy. Thank you for bringing that up, Temple, too. I've put in countless hours not streaming. And you're at the mercy of the game a lot of times, setting up tag teams. Editing wrestlers, uploading, downloading, creating logos, new arenas. I have 4 or 5 new arenas. I have over 30 arenas now. Some people, they make 3 arenas and stick to those 3. That's fine too. And we always evolve. We always try to do something special. And yeah, a lot of people aren't gamers and they don't really watch wrestling. When we start, Mom, I'm glad you brought that up because when we started in 2017, there was no AEW. WWE was garbage at the time, in my opinion. A lot of people's. We weren't watching it, so we wanted an alternative. We brought it from old school e-fetting and Wrestler Unstoppable from Facebook, WU, and we turned it into this. And it's evolved from these 6 years. We have our 7th year anniversary in October. And I'm just glad to be a part of it with everybody and met some great people. Met a couple douchebags along the way too, but neither here nor there. Hey, everyone's allowed to do whatever they want. And once again, that was everything we talked about at the last conversation. I'm not here to to bash you if you don't come to the live shows. I'm not here. I've never publicly fired anybody. Well, except for I think maybe Chance. Yeah, I swore it for a year. Anywho, no, I'm not going to embarrass you. I know there's human beings behind here. There's reasons people can't show up to shows, families, jobs, whatnot. People have gotten different characters. People have taken a hiatus for months or years, whatever. You're always welcome back. And I look for 3 things in my wrestling. And my wrestling, when I watch it, I want to be entertained, I want to be amused, and I want to be surprised. And that's what I want to bring here too. We're going to bring a new element to the show. We'll talk about it later. I can't wait to talk about it. It's something I've been in the works for a long time. And I have people behind the scenes that are going to help me. But not everyone's going to be included directly, but everyone will be included. You'll see what I'm talking about. So just a little conversation, things to talk about. We'll get more into that when we do the Discord server. But some unique things about LTD. We do a lot of multi-man matches. And if you find out that you're always in Rumbles, you're always in Crazy 8s, maybe you're not at the show enough to get into it more. So yes, people that are there often are dropping comments or leaving comments or DMing me. They get a little more of a focus. Everyone gets matches. We all get title shots. I try to get everyone a match every week and a half or to 2 weeks. With 90 people, that's tough. That's another reason we have a lot of multi-man matches. But if you can make the live shows or replays, it's so important. Replays. You don't have to watch the whole replay either. Just watch your match. I don't care. But I try to have a lot of things going on, evolving the show as well. If you're going to talk about something in a chat or in a group chat, make sure it's focused on what the show is doing. Like if you have a match against somebody on Tuesday and Monday, you're talking about all these other people in the group chats. It doesn't make sense. Try to make it make sense. Once again, I'll repeat this a million times. I want to try to give you the closest TV product that we can do. That's why we have the commercials. That's why I do break character a lot more in the live shows than I used to, but there's a reason for that too, just to give a little more realism and explain things. I don't want things to get lost in translation. When you're only typing, you can't see the expression on people's faces. So a lot of stuff gets lost in translation. So we try to stay focused. We try to stay on point. If you're scheduled for a title fight, talk trash on the person you're going to fight. Try to stay focused. And I get it. Everyone wants to be the world champ. Challenging the world champ nonstop ain't going to get you there. I have a lot of events where everyone's included, so you're going to get the opportunity. And number 2, you're going to lose a lot more than you'll win. Get used to it. Find a way to play off the losses and move forward with your character, develop your character. But when you do win, it makes it so much better. Winning titles is the primary object here in what we call the Combat Kingdom, our pre-apocalyptic world, a little bit into the future. That's what this storyline is mainly here. We do little storylines also, but to do a completely storyline or promo-based fed with 90 people, it's just not possible. So, we talked about people that do specifics, whether they have real life characters mixed with, like Monstar does. Monstars created characters, and he has real life characters. Lady Devil, when Mythic Legends was all Greek mythology and stuff like that. Okay. So it's like everyone has their own way of doing it. I support everyone as much as I can. What else? All right. So everyone's always fighting for the world title, the battle queen. You want to be the queen, the king. Those names are relegated to the champions, queen and king. Rob's in the house. Good to see you, man. All right, let's get into the review. We're going to review what happened to lead to this point. Well, let's talk about first. Yeah, we got the music, the original theme song soundtrack, volume 1. You heard some of the songs. You'll hear more of them later. It's not a real album. Don't go to there are no record stores anymore. Good point. You got to have thick skin. And another thing, as Gav brought that out, we have different levels of engagement. I talk about this all the time. We got people that have e-fedded the whole time, and they're into promo, and they're going to trash talk. They love it. They're here all the time. We got people in the middle just happy to be here. They'll show up when they can, blah, blah, blah. And there's people that need their hand held. People that have never been in an e-fed back in the day, never been in a WU, never did promos. They're new to this game. We got to help them get used to what we do. And a lot of you guys do that very, very well. All right. So we got a couple people in the back. I did invite a few people privately, and we'll bring them on soon as well. But the soundtrack, just another fun thing we do here. Your current champions. All 10 of these titles will be on the line tomorrow. So I'm not going to go over this very much. We're going to talk about what matches they have later on, because all 10 titles are on the line tomorrow. All right. Your roster right now for September, if you're watching this and you don't see your name on the roster and you were there, just drop into my DMs. Tell me what's going on, why you might be missing the shows, why, whatever. And I work with people. I brought people back. I've let people go, whatever. But that's a lot of people. And no one has 2 characters. There is one, but he's not on that list. That's Atticus Black. Atticus has Sara and Atticus. I'll use him as an example. Shulky has used Shulky and Evil Shulky at the same time for a storyline. So sometimes I let people, Chance has had, more than one character at a time back in the day just for storyline. Now I am blessed and lucky to have enough involvement and enough people that want to be here that I have to relegate to 1 character per person. All right. And that's it. I want to involve as many people as I can. Does this show sometimes people think it lacks because of that? Sure, because I got to squeeze in matches. So people are going to have multi-man matches. They may not get a match, blah, 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 blah. But we make it work. We make it work as best we can. There's your roster for September. Let's go back a little bit. Let's go back a little bit here. Exodus, Apocalypse. This was the last, I think it was July, was the last time we got together to do a Get Blaised talk show when this was going on. We had a man named M.A.D Henstock, formerly helping me run the EFED. He came here back and was a general manager, and then he recruited all these people for the Apocalypse, and they wanted to take over what was left. We don't call it Earth anymore. It's the Combat Kingdom, where hand-to-hand combat inside the wrestling ring dictates who rules the land. All right. So Stable War was forced because of what happened. And then we had 3 satellites, the Future, the Red Lounge, the M.A.D. We had 9 teams with 10 people on each team competing. We had a new planet on the right that was found by this group. We were supposed to have to leave this Earth to go to that other planet. And then, of course, we know what happened after then if you've been around. It was world death. The clues were there with the Olympics. The events of the Olympics all started, the name started with WORLDDEATH. It spelled out world death. M.A.D Henstock's plan, which he is now in prison for what he tried to pull. The destruction of Antarctica and Australia and New Zealand. You see all the other places where bombs were located, but we did defuse them and save the Combat Kingdom. That forced Stable War, not Flinda, not the planet Flinda. That forced Stable War 15. So Stable War 15 was this. Holy hell. 10 teams. And for the first time ever, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 former Stable War champs were here. The last Stable War was brand warfare. Remember, we had the Monarchy, Lethal, Empire. Each brand fought each other. But now we had Stable War 14 winner, the Lethal brand. Stable War 13 winner, the M.A.D. Stable War 12, the Battle Squad. Stable War 11, it was Awesome Friends. Stable War 10, the Red Lounge. Stable War 9 was the SDS Society. So what that lead to? That led to battles within these stables to find out who wins the Stable War. The winner of the Stable War was rewarded, each member with 3 different title shots. And the cash-ins start tomorrow. We'll talk about that soon. The Apocalypse, the Future, the Cowboys from Hell were the other 3. In the middle of Stable War, we had Steel City Showdown, couple title fights. We saw Dragonheart lose his title to Hunter McIntyre, and then Dragonheart ended up being attacked by whoever Devin Wolf put up to that task. We got Philly halftime in the house. 20 likes. That's all I need halftime, not 50. Good to see you, my friend. And good luck to the Eagles tonight. Anywho. We saw John Breakdown lose the world title to Jay Vulture. We saw Firestar continue her dominance. We saw Firestar and Carmen win 2 titles as the tag champs. We saw Missy Harris win the Tap Out Princess title. She lost it later on to Tony Cox. We saw Atticus, Andy, and Azrael continue to dominate in G6 action. And we started the War Games, which also helped lead to Stable War. So Stable War ended up, we got down to just 3. The finals were the Future, the M.A.D., and the Battle Squad. And then they fought each other. You see all the medallions, similar to Lucha Temple plays. We had medallions, not the Gift of God championship, not the Gift of the Gods title, and not the Gift of Gav title either. But that sounds nice. Stay tuned. You're going to hear something very interesting later. So we did medallion collecting. Whoever won matches, won medallions. You see the count next to everybody. And the final 3 teams fought to see who got all the title shots. So Stable War ended with these three going at each other to see who got all the title shots. Appreciate y'all popping in so far. And then there's your Stable War champs. For the second time in the past few years, we now had Stable War champs known as the Battle Squad. They were just a squad at first, but when they won the first one, they were the Battle Squad because they were ruling the battles. They were taking care of business. So congratulations to the Battle Squad, Teddi and Leo from the House of X, Carmen and Firestar, Danny Wells, Andy Price, Kelly Mavericks, TJ Toad, Brian LG, and Meisha Ramji. They got that glorious belt, which looks a little bit like the Gift of the Gods title. Obviously, we did a little different. All the former Stable War champs represented on that title belt as well. Now they get all their title shots starting tomorrow. A couple of them wait for later, but we'll go over the title shots that they get when we go over the match card. The LIT, who is lit? The LTD Invitational Talent is new hires. When I bring in new people, they go through an application process first and foremost to earn their way in, and then a 30 to 90 day trial period to see if they fit with us. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they don't show up for those 3 months, and I just drop them. It happens. Some people, their applications are terrible, or they don't do the application, so they don't get a chance to fight. Chance pun, I know her. We'll get to you later, you punk ass bitch. Oh boy, the committee I got. So we had Breakthrough. It was a debut show. Joker's in the house. There he is. Welcome in, my friend. A debut show to welcome in new titles. Yeah, so a little bit different. Our Stable War champs get 3 different title shots, and they cash them in over a period of time. A lot of them are getting the opportunity to be a belt collector tomorrow, win multiple championships. But the Breakthrough show was where we took all of our new recruits and we gave some of them full-time roster spots, most of them. And we'll talk about them right here. So in the white lettering were the 5 newer individuals that just started their journey to try to get on the full-time roster. That's Digital Dog, welcome, Eagle Star, Sly Cooper, Daisy Spider, and Kasumi. They are still on their trial period, so those 5 are still waiting to prove they can get onto the roster, and they're doing a great job so far. Then you have Totes Magoats, you have PrimeTime, you have Bill Haight Jr., you have the Dark Wolf, Michael Hawkins. You guys know him as Elite Shy Guy in the chat. The Dark Dragon, Charles Roberts. Andrew Dubs, Vipero. And then the ladies. This is the biggest the Battle Queen roster's ever been. Witcher, Tony Cox, Belle and Dora, formerly known as Annabelle, Missy Harris, Wrestling Mama's daughter, Devin Wolf, Riley Wolf's little sister, Butterfly Lace, one of our mods here on the channel, and Diamond Sky. For the first time ever, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 new hires. And they've all been phenomenal so far. One of the maybe the best class we've ever brought in to LT. So congratulations to all the new hires, and congratulations to the 5 that are off to a great start to try to earn their way to the roster. The LIT continues. Now let's talk about the Great Hall. We have 4 new inductees. We named them last night, and we have 3 out of the 4 here that we will talk to. And let's get to our first inductee. This started a long time ago. I never wanted to do a Hall of Fame. I saw in WU how Hall of Fames were. Oh boy. I saw how things went down in other companies when they did Hall of Fames and such. And I'm honored to be in a couple myself as Blaze McCoy. And now we had our own great hall. We added a bunch of people. We'll talk about all the people that have made it previously. But first, we'll talk about, before we get to the great hall, you know I'm going to make you wait. We're going to take a quick commercial break, talk about what I'll be doing And a lot of you guys and gals can't wait this Sunday. We'll be right back after this.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
The Blaised Radio Network and Hardcore Sports Network here on YouTube. Sundays at 1 p.m. Eastern, it's the NFL Red Zone Show. All the games, play-by-play, live game audio, and statistics. Join me, Blaze McCoy, with some wild and wacky commentary like always, and enjoy 6, 7, 8, 9, even 10 games or more all at once. Every big play, every touchdown, the Red Zone Show. In case you can't catch your game or want alternate commentary, stop by and enjoy the ride. It's non-stop football action. Right here on the Blaised Radio Network, right here on YouTube. Hardcore Sports Network, the Red Zone Show coming this fall. Every Sunday at 1. See ya in my stream.
All right. Yes. This Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern, I'll be back for Red Zone. And yes, at 8 p.m. tonight, in about 1 hour, Wrestling Mama will be alive for Wrestling Survivor. That's always a blast. So I will be done by that time for you, Mama. No worries. And we'll go over to the island later on. All right. Oh, the goddess of pain is here. Hey, we played your little video earlier. But now let's talk about the inductees. Our first inductee is She-Hulk Chick. Shulky is our first inductee. Feel free to share some Shulky memories in the chat. We got a nice little video for you. Congratulations to She-Hulk Chick, our first of 4 Great Hall inductees here in 2024. Yes, Shulky, our first inductee. And even from says Shulky deserves it aside from being a mainstay forever. She's one of the few people who have had an ungodly long losing streak and never let it shake her. And that's true. That's true. We talked about Drum Monkey. We use him as an example. It took him over a year to win a title. And he don't mind talking about it either. And yes, the epitome of how to play the game, Shulky. I'd like to forget about the big red bitch that was there, though. But that was a nice little trip down memory lane there. And all you guys congratulating Shulky. That's awesome. That's what it's all about, is a family, a unit here. We are the Digital Wrestling Syndicate. That is not just the people associated, but anyone who does streaming. We love you, the Digital Wrestling Syndicate family. All right, let's talk about our next inductee. And we're going to talk about their matches, who they fight next week as well. We'll go over those. Our second inductee, Shifty, the drunken dragon clown, is next. Let's welcome him in with a commercial. He is one of the Madness Asylum disciples. And of course, the Shifty dance. Put your dancing shoes on. Shifty's going to the Great Hall, baby.
Are you a digital wrestler? Are you struggling mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually? Well, there's a place where you can turn all that around. Founded by myself, your bully Blaised McCoy and Ripper Springheel many years ago, the Madness Asylum has assisted in many career transformations. Those like Drum Monkey, Wally, Bladecharge, That Outlaw, Andy Price, Shifty, Marc Caliber, Bonedawg, Atticus Black, Brooklyn Joker, Crushing Kelly Black, Hot Cheese, and even the Goddess of Pain. Modifications will be made to help rehabilitate, refocus, renovate, rejuvenate, and resurrect your wrestling career. Anyone can be M.A.D, but only a few can be Madness Asylum disciples.
The following entrance is brought to you by Midnight Hobo, the world's most dangerous liquor. Holy sheep shit.
Shifty, he's the talk of the town. Shift and sway, dance the night away. Get up, get down, let's party until the break of day. Shifty, he's a sight to behold. Shifty, with a heart made of gold. Make you party, make it groovy, shake your booty with the drunken dragon clown.
Oopsie! S-S-S-H-H-I-I-I-F-F-T-T-T-T-Y-Y-Y-Y Shifty. Yeah!
Up, down, down, everybody get down. Up, down, there's no need to frown. Jump up high, touch the sky, let your worries fly away. Get lost in the rhythm, embrace the night and play.
Holy sheep shit. S-S-S-H-H-I-I-I-F-F-T-T-T-T-Y-Y-Y-Y Shifty. Yeah! Oopsie!
Get lost in the rhythm, embrace the night and play. Get lost in the rhythm, embrace the night and play.
I'm sorry, what? I will take you down to the sandbox.
He's the talk of the town. Shift and sway, dance the night away. Get up, get down, let's party until the break of day.
Shifty, the drunken dragon clown, everybody, our newest inductee. You guys know I get emotional. It's tough, man. It's like he's not going away, but he's going into the Great Hall. He's always going to be a part of the family. He was there for me personally and professionally here on YouTube. And let's bring him on and talk to the one and only Shifty, the drunken dragon clown.
Holy sheep shit.
What's up, my brother?
Oh my goodness. Blaze. I am so honored. You have no idea. This is I didn't think it was gonna make me emotional.
You know me.
I mean, holy sheep shit. I've been doing this with you for a while now, and of course, previously, as most people who follow your channel know, that I previously have streamed. I haven't been able to do so since becoming a Papa Clown,
Yeah.
Papa Dragon Clown. But hopefully, sooner or later, I'll return. I'm always watching, though. I'm always watching the streams, and you know that, Blaze, because I
Yes,
always
sir.
leave a like and share whenever I can. And whenever I'm around, you'll always see me with my little eyes and giving a wave to everybody, so that I'm around. You know, I may not speak as much as I used to, but when I'm here, I'm here. So, yeah.
And I've made it known that like when people get inducted to the hall, they're off the active roster. But I mean, specifically these 4 that are going in here too, and some of the other ones too. I've always said if someone came to me and said, "Hey, you know, put me back. I want to be back on the active roster. Get me involved." The door's always open. I mean, this is not the end of the Shifty dance and Shifty on the show, and it was really tough to go to these 4 people and be like, "Do you guys want to go into the Great Hall?" You know, because these 4 people that have been so active to help grow this show, and also 4 individuals outside of the game that I love to death and I think highly of. And you guys all 4 know each other and love each other very well too. So it's so fitting that you 4 are going in together.
I couldn't ask for a better clash to go in with. I mean, I think the world of each and every single one of my fellow inductees. I mean, I've gone through a lot with each one of them, so it's very, very, very special to me. I mean, heck, I thought that my greatest accomplishment in LTD was going to be being the first ever Grand Slam champion.
Yeah.
Plug. Humble brag.
And you can never change that. You'll always be the first.
Exactly. I know it's technically a humble brag. I don't really care. I earned it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we had the storyline with the necklace.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
I've come up with some really interesting storylines there. That Xanther necklace thing you and I came up with. I mean, that was a very special storyline to me because it included well, everybody who knows who I am and why I call myself the drunken dragon clown is because of my very close personal best friend in real life, Xanther the Platinum Dragon. Closest friend of mine. I knew him since I was 6 years old. I've named my son after him, so if that tells you anything.
Yeah.
So just the fact that I was able to do a storyline like that and see it to its completion. You guys saw the promos I wrote for that.
Yeah.
For the show. I mean, I wrote out like you could tell that I was really into the story because I'm writing out these paragraphs, just putting down all these paragraphs of story, either in your chat or mine, combining the stories between our 2 companies.
Yeah, we did. And we even did that double header show once where we bled stories. Yeah. But I mean, Xanther is a memorial type of character. That's one thing about this community too. And that's one thing I saw on W I definitely wanted to bring here, and we did. We lost Jack Bayou. We lost DFA. So there's other wrestlers we've lost, and we do Memorial. Shmoo is a memorial character, and we carry their live on here in the digital wrestling world. And I think that's a beautiful thing.
Absolutely. It keeps them alive in our minds and our memories, and that way they will never be forgotten.
Yep.
Not ever.
Now,
that's one thing I love about this brand. You'll do those retro shows where you go back into 2K18, 19 or 20, and you'll get all these characters that we haven't seen in a while because they're still the game. There.
Yeah, you just reminded me, and I need to do a 2K18 show again soon here. So that's always fun.
I love seeing the differences between the characters. I mean, you can see what Shifty looked in 2018 as the way that I look now. And by the way, everyone, I want you to know the current version of Shifty, created by my good friend and with 100% backing of Shifty the Drunken Dragon Clown, Blaised McCoy, created my version of Shifty for 2K24 since I haven't had the game. I don't have the game currently. So he made that character and kept me alive in LTD when he didn't have to. And that's another reason why I'm never going to leave this company.
No, that's another thing. Like some people want to be managers, want to come back. And I mean, the door's always open. This is not the end of Shifty by any means. It's just, immortalizing him in our great hall, and well-deserved. Now I'm going to go over the match that you're going to have next week. The 2 matches. So
Sure.
If you can stick around, I'll bring you back to talk about the match.
Yeah, sure. I'll be happy to be listening and just give me a holler.
All right, so I'll bring them back here. We're going to go on to our next one because I could sit here and talk to these 4 people for 30 hours. We're going to try to keep it short and simple, and then we'll head over to Mama's show. Our next inductee. Oh boy, we found out last night. Oh, the only way to induct this guy, and yes, I'm gonna dig up his freaking card because I don't want to miss any of the monikers of Chance, Nightwalker, Harper, whatever you want to call him. So I'm digging into the crates. I should have had this. The Las Vegas asshole, the abstract being, Mr. Chronicles, the Chance Man, which was hilarious character, the Third Eye, the Live Wire, Mr. Midas, the Yellow Pages, which is basically because he had so many monikers. The diabolical Chance Harper, ladies and gentlemen, will be inducted now. And one of my favorite theme songs, of course, is from a band I used to be in, and this is Chance's theme. He's into the Great Hall. Oh, boy. Here we go.
That everything had become fine. You started falling and you stepped out of the line. Suddenly all these things that were meant to be just sailed away from me. How many times must you put me through this? Can't you feel me? Cause I'm starting to get this. I'll take the sorry ass to pass through my door, you evil fucking Lord. I cannot tolerate the state of hate that you put me in. And I'll eliminate and taste my fate. I'm going to win. Too bad that you're not here to see me with my victory. So sad, maybe next year. Until then, fuck you from me. I cannot tolerate, can't take the state of hate that you put me in. And I'll eliminate, and I will taste my fate. I'm going to finally see your true colors. I sit here and hide under my covers. Listen to all of you non-believers. Please do not believe her. She's so much more of a bitch than you thought she was. Fuck you, I can say this just because. Take a look at my bodily defense. I've got zero tolerance. I cannot tolerate the state of hate that you put me in. And I eliminate and taste my fate. I'm going to win. Too bad that you're not here to see me with my victory. So sad, maybe next year. Until then, fuck you from me. I cannot tolerate, can't take the state of hate that you put me in. And I'll eliminate, and I will taste my fate. I'm going to win. Cannot tolerate, can't take the state of hate that you put me in. And I'll eliminate, and I will taste my fate. I'm going to win.
Ah, the golden dupa, of course, is shown there too. You gotta love it. I should have went over this when I did, but Shalky was a 4-time Battle Queen champ, 2-time Double Duchess, and she held the Mixed Monarch tag title when we had that. Shifty, the first Grand Slam champ, like we talked about, 3-time world champ, lethal champ, Crazy 8 champ, Blitzkrieg champ, and G6 champ. This man, also a 3-time world champ, Crazy 8 champ, record 6-time Blitzkrieg champ. He loves that one. He loves ladder matches too. 3-time G6 champ and a tag champ. Yeah, man. I mean, it makes me really glad that I keep everything, all these pictures, all these things. Man, it goes way back. So let's bring on my motherfucky, my brother from another mother. I'm sorry. Chance Harper.
Where are you? I have no idea how I got here. I told my driver that I was going to the Outback Steakhouse, and this is definitely not the Outback Steakhouse, but I'm here, guys. How you doing? How's everybody?
Our bread is our bread isn't half as good as Outback's bread, that's for sure. And we don't have bao buns either.
So, like, you don't know how hard it was for me to actually, like, stick to the character introduction that I came in with, because, like, god damn, I got emotional just now, bro. Like, even seeing, like, Atticus said it in the chat, seeing some of these things are bringing back memories, but the fact that you dug up the very first Chance Harper and WU, bro, that hit me. That hit me hard.
Yep, and that's, I mean, I've had this, and I was like, it's just a coincidence that you guys all got nominated, and I already had 3 videos for you guys except for Shulky. So luckily I named things. When I name files, I could just go into my old folder and type in Chance, and a lot of it pops up. But I keep all the match card stuff, and that's what's really crazy. Thank you, Temple. I'll get to you after the show. Appreciate that. So now you want to be a manager. You tried to get fired for all these times. And for those that don't know, Chance has always been also one of those guys that helped me outside of the game. How many times did I get a hold of you when I was hiring Twitter people like, who's this one? Who's that one?
Yeah, I was definitely going to peel back the curtain a little bit and talk about some of that a little bit. Like, this great hall introduction actually means a lot to me, purely because of the fact that I've been involved in multiple different ways since the beginning, like being a part of the active roster, helping to bring people in, being a part of the vetting process for the Twitter people, even like with molding some people's personas and helping people with their character work and stuff like that, figuring out how promos should be done and stuff like that. Like, I am always going to be more than willing to help out if ever necessary, if anybody ever reaches out to me for it, or even if you don't, I'll just go throw out some advice. If you take it, you take it. If you don't, you don't. But, like, I'm going to always support Blaze and the people involved in LTD regardless, because I love this place and I love these people.
Yeah, and
like people, not so much, but I still like you.
These 4, like I said, guys, these 4 people are not going to go anywhere. These 4 people aren't going anywhere. It just made so much sense that, you know, for whatever reason, you know, to put you guys into the Great Hall made total sense, but you're not totally going away. I loved creating this character. I mean, I took the basic one, and there's the third eye on your right lapel, the yellow pages on the left, C and K. You got the gold for the boots and the gloves. So I tried to get all those characters into one. Alpha on the back from the Stable War.
So I'm just disappointed that we couldn't incorporate Prince Chance. That is always and forever going to be my favorite.
Oh, that's the one. I could have put the fuzzy shirt on him or something. I couldn't find any pictures of it. I don't think there was a picture on there of the Prince. We had the Jerry curl, the fluffy fuzzy shirt and stuff. That was great. And that's what I mean. And I'm gonna blow smoke up your ass. I'm gonna toot your horn. Chance always tried to evolve his character, and he is the epitome of what a lot of you people should learn from. And losing, he always developed his character. When he lost, he always had fun with it. Sometimes he was so in character, people thought he was really being a total douchebag. But
I wanna give all credit to everyone else, because a lot of what I do like strictly comes from, like, I get bored super easy. I got very terrible ADHD, and by the time I've done something for like a month, 2 months at a time, like it's dead to me already. So, like, I try to reinvent it just to keep shit fresh for myself. But, like, a lot of you guys have given me so much great shit to work off of and work with, that it's just been like the Empire version of Chance, for example. Like, I got to be one of the big bads in LTD for like a year, 2 years, And it was solely just because of the fact that the people in the chat were just giving me gold. And it was like, yeah, I can pull from this. Give me that. Give me that. Yeah, I'm gonna flip this and turn it back on you and all this other shit. But the losses, like, you gotta, as Blaze was saying at the beginning, you have to know, like, this shit is AI versus AI, so you
Just a
have
game.
no control over what's gonna happen for your character, right? So you got to be able to take those losses in stride.
Yep.
And much like Drum Monkey, there was a good period way back in the beginning where, like, I couldn't win a title to save my life. And, like, truth be told, it was something that was fucking with me because I did design this character to be super egotistical. How can I be an egotist if I'm not winning championships? Like, this is hurting my ability to actually do this character the way that I want to.
Yep.
But, like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, and
The
I
fun
said it
part-
earlier. We got people like Temple even says. Some people don't need help with the character work and promo ability, but I have so many people. Some people do. I have a bunch of people that need help, a bunch of people that are just happy to be there, and a bunch of people that are so well. Like Mordrin, he doesn't need any help. He knows what he's doing. Goddess knows what she's doing. But there's others that do need help. Odds knows what he's doing, but we want to help the new people come on. So I'm going to bring you back to talk about your match here in a second and why you picked who for your final match. All right.
Definitely, man. I'll be in the back.
All right. So
I'm
going to bring these guys back here in a second. We're going to talk about our final one. We're going to breeze through the match cards for tonight and next week, talk a little more and talk about a new thing coming up soon. Our final inductee, I could talk 3 hours just with this lady, Kassie, Madam Red. It was a tough one again, but let's celebrate Kassie.
Hey, guys and gals. Kassie here, reminding you to stop into the Red Lounge. We're open 24/7, 365. So come in. We're the only place in town where every story has a guaranteed happy ending. You're watching Leaning Towards Death Wrestling with your boy, Blaze McCoy, on the Blaze Radio Network. Make sure to check out all the shows every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. He's putting the unity back in community, right here on YouTube.
Yes, and yeah, to answer your question, Temple, and I'm glad you brought that up because when we started LTD October 30th, 2017, it was just men because we had Susie the Elf was running a women's federation. So if we got new recruits, the women went to her show, the men went to mine. But after a couple years, we had so much interest, so many women in the chat, so many women. We started the Battle Queen division, and it wasn't too far after we started it. They began to headline. They got their own arenas. They got their own shows. And their matches, like people were saying in the chat, were better than, or the war games were better. They headline shows. We give tons of focus because, I don't know, I'd put my women's division up against anybody's out there. We have 28 in there now, and they're all phenomenal. From top to bottom, they are all Battle Queen worthy. There's no jobbers or people that are left behind. The women's division are phenomenal. So another person I could talk to forever, but I want to just get her words on being inducted. And like I said, she's not going anywhere either. These people are getting inducted, but they'll still be a big part of this company going forward. Ladies and gentlemen, our fourth and final inductee, Kassie Madam Red. Hi, Kassie.
Hello, 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 my loves.
Don't make me cry anymore, please.
That's okay. I've been tearing up this whole time. Fuck you.
Those videos do it, don't they?
I started crying with Shifty, all right.
I mean, when you see the old pictures, because I do have some W pictures, some ones, there was a big dog wrestling one in there, I think, for yours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, there was a big dog one in there.
Yeah, it was like the first one. And I find them all and I ask people for them. And it's like me and Kassie have had tons of conversations outside of the game. All the other shows that she hosted that I show up on. And, you know, if I do Legion of Dork, I definitely anymore. I want you to be my co-host. And
of course.
Always have so much fun with you, Kassie. It was a tough decision, wasn't it? Because I didn't want you're not
really
going away. Because these four people were such a big part of this company. And I know I said that when you go to the Great Hall, you're retired from the active roster, but these people aren't going anywhere. And when 2K25 comes out, if any of these four say, I want to come back, they're back just like that. So you guys are going to be the rule-breaking clan of the Great Hall. And that doesn't mean like if D-Train comes back and he says, hey, I got a new job. I'll be available. I want to come back. D-Train's back, you know, and so on and so forth. So
let's be real, Blaised. Does it really surprise you that me, Shifty, Chance, and Shulky would be the rule breakers?
Well, it started to come together, and it was kind of coincidence. And I like how Mordrin's like, my son and daughter both get inducted. It kind of just worked out that way. I mean, there were 3 or 4 other people that I reached out to see if they wanted to go into the Great Hall, but they wanted to stay active. And I'm
I'm here with my brother and my 2 best friends. It's like, come on.
I know. And that's before, hopefully, if all 3 are still here, I'll bring all 3 in right at the end to talk about a match that we got going on later on. But I still, the one thing we haven't decided yet is who your final match is going to be against.
Now, see, I've had a couple of thoughts on this, and I was debating back and forth between 2 people.
Now you can leave it to chance.
Let's be real.
And wait, or you can do it. You can announce it now. It's up to you.
Well, I was going to ask you if I could.
Hey, Tiny's in the house. There she is. We'll be talking about her in a few minutes too.
So here's the deal, right? I was thinking, who has Kassie had like the biggest beefs with, the biggest trash talks with, the most fights with? I mean, besides the fact that everybody seems to like to see us in the ring together because, let's face it, we're both hot as fuck. So
before you announce it, I want to let everybody know Cassie's one of those, along with Chance, that they get really good in character that people think she's like a total asshole, but she's just being in character and having fun. And she's really good at being the good girl or the bad girl. And I love that about her. And like I said in the very beginning, sometimes just typing in a chat, you get lost in translation. So I've had to, correct people. No, that's just Kassie being Kassie. Chill out. It's cool. And then I get a hold of Kassie afterwards and we laugh about it. So understanding the game, these 4 understand it to a T. So without further ado, if you want to announce who you're going to fight, go for it.
I'm pretty sure she already figured it out because she put, oh my God, in chat. Goddess of Pain, let's fucking go.
I love it. I love it. I didn't want to persuade one way or the other, but
it was either her, it was either her or LD because I have the most respect for both of them, no matter what's going on in character, out of character. They're both badass bitches.
Yeah.
But
yeah, but let's be
it's
real.
me and Goddess. Come
Kassie
on.
can put on a good fight with anybody. So we don't have to. We can talk a little bit more. I'm gonna bring you back to talk a little bit more about that. You made the announcement, but I'm gonna get into that, and then I'll bring each of you guys back. Love you, Kassie. I'm so glad you made it.
You're welcome. Love you guys too.
Dubs is in the building. Good to see you. I'm getting emotional. These fuckers. And I mean, it's because of real emotion. I mean, these four, I can arguably say, along with some others, these four were there for me at my lowest. When I was ready to quit this thing because of my health, because of things I went through, these four were my backbone. This is the backbone of LTD, so they're not going anywhere. These four were there for me when I was down and out and probably wasn't coming back. So I love these four. The characters, the way they played the game, the way they made my dream come true here on YouTube. And I'm not ashamed to be emotional. I'm really not, because this is real emotion. This is Tiny's another one. We've cried together and talked for hours. But this is why I do it, because of the connection with the human beings that we have. Yes, it's a game. And I remember when Judgment popped into a show and went, "Are you guys really arguing over video game cartoon characters again?" And I was like, "Daggone it, Judgment." Shout out to him in LA and all those in After Hours and them as well. And I love all you guys. The people behind the characters are just as important as the characters. So we'll get back to those four here in a moment. Here's your great haul. Now, it started way back with Venom. You might not know these names. I brought M.A.D in. He's from the EFED days. The first 10, 11 are from when we did nothing but typing, and this was message boards, AOL Instant Messenger, GeoCities website, 2003. So 2003, we stopped. I'm not going to be a liar and be that guy and say we've been doing this for 24 years. 2000, I started it. I was in other EFEDs. 2001 to 2003 is where the top 10 come from. We came back in 2014 and 15 on YouTube, on Facebook. So that's like a 10-year hiatus. So I'm not going to sit here and say we've been doing this for 24 years. Nah, we took a huge break, came back because you guys wanted to. And I must have been doing something right. I'm not braggadocious. I'm humble. But I would put our roster and what I do here up against any EFED in the world. We are super creative, super original. You know, I bring everything I can do to the table as far as trying to entertain and make you laugh, but you guys are what make it happen. Scott Royal, Lord Amadeus, D-Train, Mordred, Mr. U, Pete, those were the first group of Great Hall members. And it was real tough to have a Great Hall here. I talked about it because I was afraid it would blow up in my face. Mrs. U-Taker, Tiny, she's in the Great Hall. Raven, Bill Haight, Sean Shamrock, Wrestling Mama, she's in there as well. And these people are always welcome to come back, and they will. Yeah, some people are like, I've been on YouTube. This company's been 20. I'm not here to fucking fabricate and blow things out of proportion. Sean Shamrock, another one that's been there for me from day one. Brother from another mother. Love him to death. Helped me outside of the game a million times. Bagwell, we've always been at odds in the game, but I love him to death. Yeti is a great character. Super Nacho, my heart. Love him. Matt Henstock, I mean, he's still my friend outside of the game, but in the character, he's in prison and he tried to destroy the world. Paragon, I still keep in touch with him. He's in our LTD fantasy football group. Killer Neptune used to swim in every once in a while. Great character. And now we got Shulky, Shifty, Kassie, and Chance. I love them all. I love this Great Hall. I can't wait to show you guys what we got in store for the Great Hall. Let's talk about the matches. Here's the arena. I got the idea from the Wrestling Network when they inducted me into their Great Hall and put the pictures up there. So now Chance, Shulky, Shifty, and Kassie on the back. This is basically the Lost Souls arena, and I tweaked it a little bit. So this is amazing. I can't wait to do the show. Next Saturday, this will be the show. There's a lot of people. It's like Temple started in 11, Kelly, and people started from Facebook Wrestling and WU. I started back in the EFED world. Mark Madden, if you remember him, he's from Pittsburgh, a radio guy. He was WCW announcer for a while. He had Mark Madden Wrestling Federation. And I found all these EFEDs back in the day, and typing out your promos and all that good stuff. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Yeah, the door is open. We'll see it. All right, next Saturday, we're going to start out the show with a mixed tag match. I don't do a lot of mixed tag matches because a lot of them are shit, and I don't want to. They're probably going to be a DQ. And if there's a DQ, there's a DQ. If it's a count out, there's a count out. But we're going to do a mixed tag match to start out the show to memorialize these four. Shifty will team with Shalky, Kassie, and Chance will fight against each other. So, actually, let's bring all three on and talk about the show here as we go through the show real quick. We're going to go through this. We're going to go through the show, and then I got two other things to talk about before we go. So
I'm just going to say, with the four of us, I wouldn't be surprised if there was a DQ. There should be a DQ.
Well, with the game, as soon as a guy hits a girl or touches them, it's a DQ. So we'll see.
Chance, I'm going to kick your ass.
So this does give an opportunity for Kassie and Shalky to fight in Shifty and Chance because they picked their last fighter for the singles matches. Now, also in the middle of the show, because I want their final matches to be the final four matches of the show, we're going to do a rumble. There's going to be 10 men and also a bunch. I'll try to squeeze in a women's rumble too, possibly. And people from the chat can have one last fight with these guys as well as other members of the Great Hall. So here's other matches that have been booked. D-Train, I reached out to members of the Great Hall and said, who do you want to fight? D-Train said, I want to fight Kelly Mavericks. That'll be interesting. He could have the assless chaps by him, too, because he's fighting Drum on Tuesday for the chaps. So D-Train versus Kelly Mavericks. Here's one. Jake Bagwell versus Austin Bagwell. Father-son battling. That'll be a fun one. So we're bringing back members of the Great Hall. And I always joke, the Great Hall members get free drinks from the Lethal Libations bar whenever they come to the shows. So Jake and Austin.
Shit. The bar ain't gonna have anything left. Jake's there. Fuck.
Yeah, I know. He's been doing that pretty frequently.
He's not gonna have anything left. I'm gonna be there.
Bill Hayes and the Midnight Hobo will be flowing, I'm sure. Here's another one.
I'm bringing 2 truckloads worth.
Bill Hayes helped me start EFED, this EFED LTD back in the day. And I've been talking to Bill on the side about stuff. He wanted to run a promo only EFED here on YouTube, but for a lot of reasons, he couldn't do it. Stay tuned. I have something I'm going to reveal soon. You guys might like it. But Bill versus Bill Hayes Jr. will go down. Coming up next, Mama versus her daughter, Missy Harris. I reached out to Mama and said one last fight with her daughter, so that'll be fun. Mama and Missy. Then we got, well, now we know who it is. It's the Goddess of Pain. And do we really have to say anything more about that? It's going to be a hell of a fight. And here's another thing, too. Regardless who wins, when you're doing your last match, normally you put over the other person in pro wrestling. You know, that's normally the standard. So whether they win or lose, all 4 of these 3 and Shalky's working, so she can't be here. But we love Shalky. Everyone does. The Lurker, Gamer of Time in the chat. A big shout out to Shalky and all the pictures and the Funkos and everything that she sends me. She lost her hard drive on her computer, so she doesn't have a lot of that, or else her video would have been probably 10 minutes long. but Kassie now fighting Goddess of Pain next week. And I'm going to do more of these Get Blaised talk shows now that I'm healthier too. So don't worry. We'll bring people on and talk more.
Just for you, Blaised, make sure you put it on your challenge calendar.
Yes, it's on my challenge calendar. Chance, are you here? Are you still here? I want to know why you picked Pete Wall. I want you to explain to the people why you picked Pete for your final match.
I want to keep it as short and simple as possible, yo. Without Pete, there would be no chance.
Or LTD.
Just point blank, period. All right?
Yep.
Now, you can add that one to the Freudian slip book as well. Point blank.
But yeah,
like,
go ahead.
When WU was starting to fizzle out, at least in my personal opinion, and I was losing interest in it, I stumbled onto Big Dog Wrestling, and like around that time I had already like been considering looking for some like YouTube stuff using the video games, or like trying to get into streaming some myself. So like running into Pete and seeing like, oh, somebody's already doing this, they gave me a little bit of motivation. to actually jump in and do my own little show that didn't last very long because I don't have the patience to deal with the personalities. But like, if it had not been for me finding that show, there would not be a Chance Harper, Chance Nightwalker at all whatsoever. Like, none of any of what I've done in LTD would exist.
So it definitely makes sense. And like, I think when I was in WU and I saw people doing entrances in WU and they would post a picture, I'm like, wait a minute, is that in YouTube or something? So I went to YouTube. Was his name Eaton Beaver or something like that? What was that guy's name?
Yeah,
Yes,
Eating Beaver.
Eating Beaver.
So he did an entrance and I saw it and I was like, wait, this is on YouTube. So I just started searching and I found Pete's live stream and I was like, holy shit. And the weirdest thing is
Iron
like,
Horse is another one that used to do entrance videos.
yeah, who?
Iron Horse.
Yes, as another one. There was a bunch of them. And I'm like, man, this is a great idea. And I was like, I wonder if I could pull this shit off. So I studied it for 9 months. I had a baby, I like to say, which is called LTD when I brought it back. I want to make sure I wanted to do it. But Pete, there was other people like Vince McShane was doing it before then and other people that were doing it, but it's hard to find them. But Pete.
Broken Twitch.
Yeah,
Kyle
Twitch.
even.
Yep. So Pete won't take the thanks and the gratitude for bringing people over, but he was the first one a lot of people saw. And I did talk to Pete not long ago. He is doing good. He will be back soon because he was taking a hiatus. He had personal stuff to take care of. He'll be back soon as well. We love Pete. So Chance versus Pete will be Chance Harper's last match for now. He still wants that lethal title, I'm sure.
You goddamn right I do.
Shulky selected Tiny for her last match, so we'll have that one. And Mrs. U to face Shulky one last time next Saturday at the Great Hall Show. And maybe I'll do another Get Blaised show the following week just so we can bring everyone back on and talk about this some more. We're 15 minutes from Wrestling Mama show. I'm going to try to get it all done right before 8 o'clock so we can head over there. But I still have a huge announcement to make, and you guys are going to want to be here for that. Now, Shifty, we saw last night, Lord Amadeus was his manager, and after the match, Shifty was turned on, and LA attacked him. So how fitting is it that Shifty, that you fight LA in your last match for now?
Oh my goodness, it's so fitting. Anybody who knows my history before I started on YouTube and such, I was part of WU, and I ran this little show that I started called Happy Hours with yours truly, Shifty the Drunken Dragon Clown, along with Lord Amadeus. And then we slowly transitioned it over and it became After Hours because LA took it over. He is still going with After Hours, RAWF After Hours, Saturday nights, Blog Talk Radio.
I just dropped the link in the chat for everybody.
There
If they
you
want
go.
to check it out.
Shameless plug.
I started that show. So I was kind of like the innovator of the radio on there. And then LA took it from me after I stepped away from that. And then, he just kept going with it and kept going with it. And he's still going. And LA is just the perfect person for me to have my match with because we know each other so well. And honestly, I think of the guy all the time. He's one of my personal friends in real life. And I think the world of him. And he's turned on me multiple times. I know it. But I still can't help it. I think the world of the guy. It's just that this time I'm going to shave him bald.
Yeah. And I'll pull back the curtain a little bit too. Chris is a great guy. He's an amazing person. He's in my Facebook group. I still chat with him on the side. He's probably going to be back for October. Will it be the Maestro or not? I'm not sure. But LA's been great. He plugs my show Saturday nights on his, so that's why I always plug his show too. It's that connection to WU I'll never let go. Is a lot of characters that are still over there that you guys remember from here. I mean, Hobo was over there the other day. I had a blast listening to him in the chat. I miss you, Hobo. Ezekiel is a great character too that we had. But this is going to be great just to have all these people. I'm going to leave you guys on here for the rest of this because I want you guys to be here for these announcements. Real quickly, I want to talk about the Discord server. I talked about it earlier. Number one, if you're in the Discord server, we have 72 people in there. You can mute it. You can shut off the notification so it don't make any noise because people are going to be flooding the basic chat. That's fine. I organized it with different channels. So people can't post where my show links were. That was one of my biggest pet peeves when I post things in group chats and people started bullshitting, and then the people who watched the shows the next day didn't know I was live. So I did it for business reasons, so I can get everyone to see the show. Some people, they don't watch during the weekend. They watch on Mondays. You know, I talked to Bill Haight. He works nights, so he watches in the morning. So Discord has given me the ability to organize this the way I wanted to. You guys, for the Promote Your Live Stream, that's my favorite channel. You guys are all posting your links there. I love it. But I didn't want people's promos and stuff to get lost in the fold when people start chatting. Now it's organized there. Twitter was blowing up for a while. Twitter was my favorite place to converse about this at first. And I realized I'm not a gamer, but we had a shitload of gamers here, and all gamers pretty much have Discord. And the connection and the interaction in Discord has already been better in the past few weeks than ever. 72 people in just like a week out of 89 right now on the active roster. So it's like, that's the place I want to evolve this EFED into something even better. If you don't want to be in Discord, DM me, talk to me about it. It's okay. I might be able to prove to you that it's okay. It's not as toxic as people think it is. I'm not putting my Discord link everywhere. You have to be in the Fed to be in the Discord. It's the same as the private Facebook group chat. No one can get in unless I invite them. So I'm still looking for ways to perfect it. I'm getting better and better. Chance has helped me. Odds has helped me. Beat has helped me. Other people that have Discord has helped me. I'm really good with software and computers. I used to sell computers. Computers is my business. So I'm catching on really quick. I'm not going to pay money to do the nitro and all the extra shit, but we're going to do really, really, really well. Really, really well. Yeah, same thing, Temple. I don't want willy-nilly people. I won't put the Discord link in the chat and let people join. No, it's up to me. I'm going to keep it simple, keep it concise so it's good. And and once again, I want as close to a TV experience as we can have on the live shows. And some are new to e-fetting. You got to help them. That's we already talked about that. But sharing your links, the Discord is huge. We'll talk more about that in just a minute with an announcement that I have. First, the Gladiator Gauntlet coming soon. The Gladiator Gauntlet will be a 30-man Rumble, a 30-man Gauntlet for the Lethal, a 30-man Gauntlet for Empire, a 20-woman Gauntlet. Now, there's 28 women, 27. You take out the Battle Queen. 8 of them will compete next week for that final spot. So, the winners of the Gladiator. I wanted to use the Gauntlet match for something, so I've been saving it. I didn't want to use a ton. Just like we did for War Games. We made it special, and War Games was amazing. The Gladiator Gauntlet is coming soon. I don't want to spend a lot of time on it. We're down to 10 minutes for Mama's show. What I want to spend time on is the Gift of Gab Promo Boost Tournament. This is brand new, folks. And I'm going to go over the rules here, certainly. And right out the bat, everyone's not getting in this. Only a few people are getting in. But those who aren't in will still get to vote. I'm going to set up a channel on Discord where I'll put the promos. And those who aren't in it will also... This is a promo-based tournament. The game will still decide the finals. But this is promo-based. Whether it's an audio promo, video promo, might be worth a little more, but a text promo can be too. The tournament, I'll go over the rules here in a second, but I'm really excited about this because we've been trying to do this, bring the EFED world into here. If I let everybody do it, it's going to be a mess. Some of you, let's be real, aren't good at it yet. We can help. Maybe this will help people get better at it. I'm going to keep it real strict on how we do it. Kill shot, you might want to get involved in this. So the promos will boost it. The matches will still be made. Let's talk about the rules. So here's how it's going to work. Only a select few will compete in the event. How you're going to get in, I'll let you know when it starts. It's mainly going to be on Discord. So if you're not on Discord, you're probably going to get left out. I'll be real. We got 72 out of 89 there. If you don't want to get into the Discord, you got to talk to me about it. If you can convince me, maybe I'll have someone outside the Discord, but we're going to have people dropping emojis to vote on those that aren't in it. So there's only going to be 12 men and 6 women. That's a very small part of this roster. Do not feel bad if you're not in the promo boost tournament. The promos will boost you. Here's how. The first round buys will go to the top 2 women's promo and the top 4 men's promos. I put 2, but it's actually 4 for the men because we're doing 12. Now, this is debatable. Around 3 minutes. It's got to be a promo like you would see on TV. We may do back and forth at some point in time, but if we do that, it's going to get lost in translation. So it's going to be, you submit the promo. I'll get people like maybe Chance, Kassie, and Shifty that'll help me decide. Bill Haight will be one too. Other ones that'll help me decide which promos are good, who should be in, who should be out. So I have a committee that's going to help me decide. Those who are not in the tournament will be able to vote in the Discord channel on which promos they like. Drop a fire emoji. I'll let you guys know which emoji you can vote for. Number 1, the best promos will get a buy in the tournament. That's your boost. Number 2, boost I stole from Jay Savage and Solo. Number 2, after you're eliminated, if you do a good enough promos, you get a second chance. Chance pun. So promos can help you back into the tournament. I'm not going to do it where whoever has the best promo wins. The game is going to decide the winners. This is a test round to see if it works. All right. Mordrin, I'll be touching base with you, whether you want to help me behind the scenes or have Aiden involved. That's it. So if you think you're a really good promoer and you do a good promo and you don't get in, please don't make a big deal about it. This is just for fun. I'm so afraid that this is going to blow up and people are going to be hating each other. That's why I didn't want to do this. All right. I've seen people let promos go willy-nilly and it gets lost and people, they go at each other. I don't want promos. You're a pussy. I fucked your mother. And no slurs. No slurs. We're going to keep it real. All right. And look at the and it got to be a promo type. You're going to have a list. You select in-ring promo. Keep it 3 minutes. I think 3 minutes is good. You
add a little bit here. If I am personally going to be involved as a judge, hint, hint, nudge, nudge, elbow, elbow to anybody that may be paying attention to the sound of my voice. If I catch any glimpse of anything breaking kayfabe or referring to someone's personal life, I am personally going to disqualify you completely.
100% that.
Yeah. And that's, I'm sure, I mean, that's where I'm going at. And that's why I want you guys as well. Now you'll pick if you want a location. This promo is a remote location, or you do a backstage interview, maybe a backstage rant. Maybe on the stage you want to do an interview. You can pick your. I'm probably going to make a couple interviewer names, people that do the interviews, and you can pick the names of the interviewer you want to interview you. But we'll see. Some people, I'm telling you, please take this to heart. If you don't get in, don't get upset. We're going to do this more. This is a test round. And the game's going to decide the winner. But you can get yourself a second opportunity by a good promo. And you can also get a buy in the first round to help you by promo. We will start. Yeah, maybe we can use Rich Lather, his interview that Shifty used. I'm going to get more rules. I will announce when this happens. Tentatively, it will be not until October 10th and 12th. So put this in the back of your mind. Think about it, and we'll discuss it later. I don't want to get too much. We got 5 minutes till Mama's show. Let's talk about tomorrow's show real quick before we go here. So it's going to be voice, audio, or you can do AI. You can do AI promo where you type it in, put it in that website, and it does the AI voice for you. If you send me a Riley Wolf walking down the street video promo, that's gold. I love it. But I'm not going to require that. I was talking to Sean Shamrock. I was talking to him a lot about this. Bill Haight a lot about this. And these guys here in the chat a lot about this. It's going to be very fun. But you guys, we'll talk more about it. There'll be another Get Blaised talk show for Red October before we start that. All right. But just put it in the back of your mind. We're going to make it work and it's going to be fun. And don't get your fucking feelings hurt. Let's put it that way. I've gotten thicker skin and I will bring Heel Blaze out and let you know about yourself if you start going off on a tangent. Here's our matches for tomorrow. The championships, all 10 titles starting at 4:00 tomorrow, maybe 3:30 because I know there's a pay-per-view later on. These are cash-ins. How many titles will the Battle Squad win? Brian LG takes on our internet champ, Hunter McIntyre, for the internet title. Now, a lot of these guys will have 3 or 4 opportunities to take a lot of titles home with them. So that's why I'm calling it the belt collector mega card. Meisha and Hot Fire Rose will cash in one of theirs against, well, Hot Fire or Meisha is the cash in. Her tag team partner is Rose against the other. So we got 3 of the ones that are on the battle squad right here. Firestar, Carmen taking on Hot Fire Rose and Meisha for the women's tag titles. All right, we have Ripper Spring Heel, your lethal champ, against Kelly Mavericks. And like I said, the 10 individuals that are in the battle squad have a lot of opportunities. I don't know how many the Alpha won when they won or Red Lounge when they won, or M.A.D when they won, but these 3 that are here with me have won. But I'm pretty sure the Opaque Brotherhood won the most whenever they won their stable war and their cash-ins. They won about a little over half of the title belts, and we didn't have 10 back then either. The M.A.D, will this be Atticus Black's last match in LTD? When he loses that title, he's out because Sara is in, but they fight TJ, Kelly, and Danny for the G6 titles. Tag Team Championship, Austin and JW put their title up against Teddi and Leo, former tag champs. And yeah, we could say goodbye to my guests. Kassie, you want to say a final goodbye before we move on since you got to go?
Bye, y'all. Love you.
All right. Chance, you want to say a final goodbye, my friend?
Always remember, people, none of this shit actually matters except for the connections. I love all of you, unless I don't. I still like you, though.
Yeah. And Shifty, one last word from my man, if you're still there.
Thank you so much for this great honor. I truly appreciate it. I love you all.
All right, and we'll be bringing those guys back on another Get Blaised talk show, tentatively October 5th for the Red October Supercard. Crazy A title we have, and if Mama goes live, that's cool because we're gonna raid her. So if Mama can go live here in a minute, we're almost done, and we will raid Wrestling Mama's Survivor show, which should be live any minute now. As soon as she goes live, we'll go over and raid her. So it is just about that time, 8 o'clock. I'll go over these last few matches, and then we'll head over to Wrestling Mama's show. And definitely, Shifty, Kassie, Chance, those are my heart. Chalky too. I could have sat here and talked for hours, but they made very good of the time that they had here. Nightmare, Ripper are the only 2 that aren't Stable War champs trying to take Christian Tracy's title off of him. Teddi, Leo, Andy, Toad, and Brian. Hey, there could be a number of Battle Squad members that leave with 3 championships. This is all tomorrow, 4 o'clock. The Blitzkrieg Rumble title, JW Caliber puts his title up on the line against J-Dog, Wally, Clinton McCleary, Aiden Nightwalker, and yes, the same names you're seeing over and over because they have 3 title shots. But like I said, they're not gone. All the good ones are still here. They might be involved even more now, especially with the Gift of Gab tournament coming up. And Tiny and all the other members of the Great Hall, I'm sure there's going to be one hell of an after party for the Great Hall. That's for sure. All right, we're going to go over the last match and go raid Wrestling Mama. We got Firestar versus Carmen Gonzalez for the Battle Queen title tomorrow. And your main event, Jay Vulture versus Danny Wells. Woo, it's going to be crazy. All right, let me drop the link so we can all head over to Wrestling Mama. She's going to get ready. All right, Blaze Raid Wrestling Mama. All right. Get the Blaze Raid going. All right. Get them all over there. Wrestling Survivor, based off of the TV show Survivor. I'm still alive in there for now. We'll see how it goes. All right, that's it. Go over there. See you in the streams, everybody. Appreciate y'all. And someone's always about to get blazed. Peace and positive vibes. Head over to Wrestling Mama's show now. And we'll continue the fun. Appreciate y'all, and I'll see ya in my stream. Get blazed. Get blazed. Get blazed.